Right, welcome back everyone. Just put the bucket in the turf swim. Most of the other swims on the lake are taken, to be honest, but they're all up the top end where I was before, and I had a feeling by the time I come back down they'd start moving down this end, so hopefully we're preempting a move on the fish's behalf again. Excuse the plane. Yeah, excuse the swollen face if you can see it as well. It's not really that noticeable, but I got an infection in top of my tooth, so yeah, nice and swollen, and got a course of antibiotics, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, we're just walking back to the van to get the gear out, and we'll see you when everything's set up. Right guys, we're pretty much set up. You see the wind, absolutely nuts. See these bad boys? I'll show you those tomorrow. Show you a few new bits from Forge Tackle tomorrow, to be fair. Right now it's going to start raining in a minute and the wind is absolutely terrible, whereas tomorrow there's basically no wind at all. So yeah, we'll crack on, get some more bait out and hopefully have something. If not, we'll readjust the rods, get them out with a decent line lay because there's going to be no wind tomorrow, and then we'll crack on and go from there. Sweet and sour pork looking absolutely beautiful. Gonna have it in some of these bad boys. Some wholemeal pitters. It's gonna be good. Still windy as hell. I'd be surprised if I have anything today or tonight, to be honest. I'm actually looking forward to the morning to be able to redo the rods without any wind. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the food and see what happens. When you forget the dog's bowls, but you use Forge Tackle bits. Perfect. Are you liking your bowl? Bear, do you like the new bowl? Fair enough. Come on, fishies. Morning, guys. It's just gone 6:30, so it's going to be sunlight soon, and this is rattled off. Absolutely beautiful common. I'll give it a weigh up afterwards. I was going to weigh it beforehand, but I just want to get it back as quick as I can. Oh, absolute corker. Right, let's have a look at the other side. Absolute beaut. Ooh. It's quite heavy when you're just woken up. Happy days. Right, let's get them weighed up and get them back. Right guys, I've just woken up. I had that fish at 31. I didn't bother putting the rod back out because obviously I'm fishing 2 rods on the spot. So we're going to leave that for a while. Whilst waiting, I'm going to retie the trolley section for the hinge stiff rig, purely because the hook's blunt. So we're going to redo that and then leave it about half hour. If nothing else happens, bring all the rods in. I'm going to pop to the tackle shop and get some, I need a gas bottle, a couple bits of swivels and bits and bobs. So we'll pop there, come back, put some more bait out, because last night, well, and yesterday, I didn't put overly too much bait out because it weren't the greatest of weather conditions. And today there's not really much wind and it's rainy, so I'm going to put a lot more bait out because I feel like the fish are going to be moving around more. And last night it seemed to have worked in terms of sort of the odd fish moving around, instead of putting a massive bed out and that one fish potentially looking at it and getting a bit spooked. Whereas today I expect more fish to be moving around, so I'm going to put more bait out and see if that works, and see if I can get a few takes, if I get another one, that is, anyway. But yeah, we'll pop to the tackle shop and come back and see you guys then. Right, and we're back in the swim. It's absolutely chucking it down, and as you can probably see, a little bit wet, but we managed to get the rods out. They all went out absolutely perfectly, so I'm happy with that. Got a little bit of bait out, not too much, and what I've done is with the throwing stick I've done a spreader bait, so just boilies, and then with the spawn, directly where the rigs have landed I've done some crushed boilies, whole boilies, half boilies, and some small pellets. So I sort of want anything on the outside to sort of have a bit of a pick, and then when they get confident picking on the outside, like the bait's all dotted about, they'll move into the middle. And hopefully, I mean, I've done it before and tripped up some bigger fish, so it is what I would say a big fish tactic. Well, it's a fish tactic, but it does sort of tend to work with the bigger fish. They get confident feeding on the outside of the perimeter bait, and then they move in. So we'll see what happens. As soon as it stops raining, I'll get out there and I'll show you the new buzz bars and bank sticks from Forge Tackle. They're absolutely beautiful. I love them to bits. They're adjustable as well, so yeah, we'll have a look at those and show you the features on the bank sticks as well. But until then, fingers crossed for a fish, and we'll see you soon. Bear, you just chilling? You seen any fish? Yeah? Have you seen any fish? Hey? Good boy. Sort your hood out, mate. Okay. You're handsome. Where's the fish? Check you out in your shirt jacket. Good boy. Whoa. Come on, rain, go away. Bring me a big fat carp. Guys, whilst we're waiting for a fish, I thought I'd show you this. It's the Zigrig magnetic storage case from Forge Tackle. Lovely little bit of kit. Obviously I don't really use Zigrigs, I'm not a fan of them, but I'm going to be using this to store my leaders in. Just wrap them around there, pin in at the top. You've got these spare pins in these little connectors there, and then they just clip in nicely like this. Absolutely perfect. Obviously I haven't got any leaders tied up. I had 2 in there, but they're out on the rods right now, so I'm going to spend a bit of time, get some spares tied up, keep this in a tackle box at all times, and it's ready to go. Lovely bit of kit. Go check it out on forgetackledirect.com. Right, we're walking back to the van. Guess why? Because Muppet has left his lights on his van again. I'm too used to cars and vans and stuff that automatically turn them off, whereas this one is 07 plate, so it doesn't even make a blooming noise. I do it every single time. And double Muppet. Wearing me Crocs instead of me trainers. Nice. Still raining as well. This little donut is pulling me about the place. So yeah, we'll see you when we're back in the swim. And for dinner tonight we have Chinese pork steaks. Going to put them in the wholemeal pita bread, bit of apple sauce. Lovely. No fish. Spot sticking up a tiny bit, as you can see. But looking forward to these at the minute. See what happens. Right guys, it's 6 o'clock. We're going into the second evening. As you can see, the spot's slicking up quite nicely. So hopefully there's some fish down there munching. Well, hopefully there's some carp down there, should I say. Yeah, apologies for the lack of content so far. I'm still in quite a bit of pain with this infection, so hopefully it goes, or at least gets better by tomorrow, and we can try and get a bit more content. It's still raining a little bit, so I can't get some decent footage of the buzz bars and bank sticks, but it's due to stop raining in the morning tomorrow, so we'll get all that footage hopefully then, hopefully have another fish by then as well. So if you don't see me for the rest of this evening, I shall catch up with you guys in the morning. Hey guys, I totally forgot, but I've got 2 of the longer versions of the bank sticks with me, so I'll show you them right now whilst it's raining outside. Starting with the bottom end, the screw point. This will help you get into the hardest of grounds. It doesn't matter what ground, this will churn it up and get in there. The ground where I've got the rod set up is rock solid, and I managed to get in it quite easily with this. Moving up the bank stick, lightweight, high grade aluminium with a black coating. Got 2 holes either side here. I'll show you what they're for in a moment. Come into the locking mechanism. You've got the 2 bars there, so it stops you from basically loosening it too much to the point where the screw falls out. That's at its loosest setting, and it won't come out at all. And it also stops you from over tightening. I mean, if you see I've put it just to there, this is rock hard. I mean, I'm really giving that some and it's not coming out. So brilliant bit of kit. Right, on the inner part, we're going back to the 2 holes on here, by the way. On the inner part, if you unscrew the bottom, get this nice little bar, which is rock solid as well, so it aids you whilst you're trying to screw this into the hard grounds or even soft grounds. Just makes life easier. It's a great addition. I mean, a lot of the time, bear with me, just screw it into the bottom here. A lot of the time when you purchase bank sticks for the like the excavator ends or the screw point ends, you have to purchase a separate part that you have to pop in here whilst this is inside there, that you have to screw it in to be able to get the bank stick into the ground, which for me is not ideal because it ruins the thread on the screws. This will twist about and it's just pointless, whereas the bar that comes in the bottom here keeps this as a separate entity, so you can get this in with no worries. And then once it's in the ground, you just pop her in, tighten that up. I mean, I'll show you how tight I'm doing it. Right, that's full looseness, and I'll just twist it to there. That is rock solid, and that's not even barely any effort, and it's not even touching the it's only just touching the maximum tightness. So they're a decent bit of kit, and they're not even that expensive for what they are. They're really quite cheap. Go check them out on the Forge Tackle Direct website. If you get some, believe me, you're not going to be disappointed. I'm mega happy with these, mega happy. So yeah, they're going to be used in my fishing for a very long time. When it stops raining, I'll show you the buzz bars, and they are mint, absolutely mint. So hopefully it stops raining soon. There's meant to be a break in the rain in the next 25-30 minutes. So if that does turn up, if the weatherman's telling the truth, we'll get out there and show you these awesome buzz bars. So we'll see you in a minute. Here she is in all her glory, the new folding waistling from Forge Tackle. Lovely logo there. As you can see, it's almost oversized. Nice material, doesn't hold any water, so zeroing your scales is quite easy with these. Folds down like that. It's a bit of a pain, it's got one hand. Bear with me. Just like your bivvy poles, it's got the elastic on the inside. Folds in half and folds into a nice little bag. Got nice neoprene grip handles on each side, that side and that side. Metal rings for your scales to clip into. It's a good bit of kit, weighs absolutely nothing. It's awesome. And whilst we're out here as well, excuse what a mess, and it's stopped raining, I'll show you these bad boys. And look at those. How tarty do they look? Same as the bank sticks. You got the locking mechanism, so you got the points where it can't go too tight and it can't go too loose, so you can't lose it. Got a smaller version of the bank sticks there. Absolutely mint. They're adjustable, and you can also unscrew this bit here. If you're the sort of person that likes the goalpost set up, it will come off one day. You can have that goalpost set up there. Not my cup of tea. You watch, I won't be able to get this back on now. Come on. It's the only problem, I'm not left-handed. Right. Nice little logo across here. Lovely bits of kit. You might wonder why I've got 2 braids that colour and 1 that colour. This is the Fox submerge I switched over to. I only managed to get hold of 2 300-metre spools, so I've done these 2 reels, and I'm going to get another one for this one, because the Ridge Monkey braid that I had on there started to fade away. Don't get me wrong, it's had its good use out of it. I've had it on there for about 6.5 months, and it's been used and abused, had loads of fish on it, so yeah, but I fancy to change the Fox stuff. Coming into the winter, where all the weed starts dying off and everything starts going like almost that colour down there, like a range of all those different colours, and this, you've got a fleck pattern, so It does camo a bit better, it sinks better than the Ridge Monkey as well, and it's a tiny bit thinner, so it casts well. But yeah, I'm happy with these buzz bars. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's still a bit windy, but we're going to wait for it to calm down a little bit more, and then we're going to make the preparations for the big old full moon tonight. Don't get me wrong, I make these sort of preparations if it's not a full moon or anything like that, but because it is the moon, it is the big full moon. Hunter's moon of October. I'm just going to sort of take even more precautions, take my time with everything and try and get it out as like perfect and bang on as I can. Just realised as well that the majority of people that were here yesterday are now gone. There's only me and, from what I can see, one other person on. Bearing in mind there might be someone to my right. I obviously can't see through all the bushes and that, but I'm going to walk around in a minute and have a look. So yeah, if there's only 2 of us on, then that improves my chances of catching a little bit more for tonight. Hopefully anyway. Less lines in the water, less pressure. So the earlier I get everything set up and all the bait out and everything like that, the better. Obviously with this crosswind right now, I don't really want to attempt it. So yeah, we'll come back to you once we are confident that we can get everything out without any hassle, and we'll show you as we're doing it. Right guys, on the menu for me today is a ribeye steak. It's going to be put in half and then put into some brioche buns with a bit of ketchup. Just waiting for the wind to die down as well, so we can stick some bait out, get some fresh rigs on, and then fingers crossed for a whacker tonight. Bear, you want some steak? Yeah, that's why you've come and sat so close. You're terrible, aren't you? You look proper like staring at it. You want some steak? Ooh. Right, we'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Just redid all the rods. Sorry I didn't get a chance to show you guys. As you can see, the wind's picked up. You can see the spot, look at that, slicking up a tree. That's probably just all the bait that I've just put out, starting to settle on the bottom and kicking up a bit of oils. It's probably, well, it could be fish feeding there, you never know, but it's more than likely because I've just put the bait and the rods out. The water column's all disturbed and everything like that, so yeah. Yeah, sorry again I didn't get to show you me putting the rods and everything out. There was a short, and I mean a very short window where the wind sort of died off on the lake and I could get the rods out, so I took the opportunity before it's dark. But yeah, I'm buzzing for tonight. I've put a hell of a lot of like crushed, halved, just small sort of bitty bits. And I'm fishing dead on the top of that. I was going to show you guys how to tie my multi-hinge rig, but I've run out of the braid, or the coated braid that I use to do the multi-section. So what I'm going to do is when I get home, if I've got some at home, do a little rig tutorial. And what I'll do, I won't put it in the video here, I'll pop it up on the Facebook page, the Carp Adventures one, and if you wanted to watch it, I'll pop a link in the description below on here and you can watch it from there. Yeah, come on, I've got to have a big one tonight. Absolutely buzzing for it. I'll be going crazy if I have a decent one. It's got to happen. Fingers crossed, always remain hopeful, you never know what's going to happen. But if we don't have anything, I've caught a banging comment anyway, a 31 pounder. So it's not like it's a blank, but we can put fingers crossed and see if we can winko out one of these 18 members. Alright, well, if you don't see me for the rest of this evening, I'll catch up with you guys in the morning, but fingers crossed we have one. Not gonna lie, these buzz bars are sick. They look absolutely awesome. Proper carpy. Love it. Oh. Spot's still slicking up a tree. Looks good for it. I feel like I've put a hell of a lot of effort in. I've worked it, I've baited around the weather, at the times where I think the fish will be moving. So hopefully it pays off. Come on, you big old carp. Morning everyone, just hitting here. Absolutely gutted, nothing happened during the night. As you can probably hear off the bivvy, it's absolutely chucking it down. It's not going to stop until about 1-2 o'clock, so I'm potentially going to be bivvy bound until then. And then it's a pack away with everything wet and then home time. But hopefully in the meantime we can tempt a bite. See what happens. Absolutely gutted. Didn't get anything last night. That's the way it goes. Otherwise it'd be called catching and not fishing. Oh well. Fingers crossed for a bite before we leave. See what happens. Late breakfast for me and the dog. Give it an hour or two, then we'll slowly pack away. Can't really see too well from here, but there's a little bit of a slick coming up from the spot. Hopefully something happens in the meantime. If not, we've had a fish anyway, so it's not a blank. Me and the dog are going to enjoy these and then slowly pack away. Guys, as we're slowly packing away everything, I thought I'd show you the specimen unhooking mat from Forge. You've got some lovely handles, got one on the other side as well. Nice big logo there. This material's wicked. It's got a nice deep body on it, so it retains the fish quite nicely. They don't slip about too much. This is obviously soaking wet, but you've got a nice kneeling pad here. It's really well padded as well. All got a waterproof bottom, so it doesn't hold or retain water too much. More carrying straps there. It's a blooming good bit of kit, and I'm glad to have had my first fish on it, which was a 31 common, so yeah, buzzing. What do you reckon, boy? Silence. Fair enough. Yeah, go check it out, forgetackledirect.com. Alright, we're slowly but surely getting there. Hopefully one of those rips off whilst we're doing it, but hey ho. Right guys, it's that time again, unfortunately. Nothing else materialised, so it's just the one fish this trip, so it's better than a blank. Can't go wrong with that. We had a 31 pound common. Thank you guys again for watching. Support means absolute everything to me, honestly. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a like on the video below, comment whatever you want. Yeah, I'll leave a video up here, my previous video, and the one before that one just here, and also a subscribe button in the middle for you to make it easier for you. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.